picturesque locations in the world, let alone for college football, and you will see plenty of Buffaloes roaming here. What a showdown we have in store. A couple of Big 12 teams squaring off in what could prove to be a huge game. As we'll see, the Missouri Tigers taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Colorado Buffaloes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Missouri ready to kick off to get us underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Bunch formation for these receivers. He might want another play. Lewis wants to pass. He's going to take a shot. Pulls it in down the middle. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Pulls it and fires to the left. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens to playmakers.
In the backfield again to make the stop. They keep giving him the ball and keep getting nothing for it. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. He puts some heat on that one down the middle. The chunk plays that they love, and he takes it all the way down to the 10. And the Buffaloes are in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on 1st down. Good timing on the quick out. Trying to get it in. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Trying to pound it in. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Cutting it close now with 3rd and goal upcoming. Trying to bully their way in. He is stopped short. That's the man they wanted to have the ball, but it'll be 4th down.
Decision coming up here. I'm kicking a field goal, though, David. First drive of the game, you want to pay it off and just put some points up on the board.
Well, and see, I'd go for the touchdown because here's the thing. I'm going to make them.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Colorado.
This defense has their hands full in this game because of what you saw right there. This quarterback is one of the fastest players in the entire country, and he runs one in. They're going to have to do a better job getting hats to him because they know they're going to see the QB run a lot to them.
He'll bring it out. It's Jones. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. To the air, it's Saunders. Fires to the big fella. It can get pretty... in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. You got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So starting in conference play, Palmer, these games start to really matter, really add up, and the pressure amplifies.
It's so true, too. When you think about the Big 12 Conference, it just seems like teams get caught sleepwalking. So you've got to start fast. And the challenge, I think, for these coaching staffs, these two teams, every week they've got to have their team ready to go, and it starts to...
Ball is loose. And the ball will bounce out of bounds on the fumble. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. If this were a wider field, like maybe in Canada or something, that might have been a turnover.
And they could have turned it into a rouge, eh? I mean, this was a great chance by the defense here. I just love the fact that they are flying around and trying to dislodge the football from these ball carriers.
The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Hand off to Jones. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. To the air on first down. Fires to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Grabbed behind the line, it's Davis. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. The screen, and watch out. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Love the play by the wide receiver because he didn't get lazy. He adjusted his route accordingly, so the depth got past the first down marker, and now he's helping out his offense keep the drive alive.
On the snap, it's Davis. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They bring him down, and that's why you give them that wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. They go to the wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Davis. He's going for the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Missouri!
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. He wants to change this route. Lewis to throw. Now he's going to break the pocket. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the QB leaves the pocket, and he scrambles out, and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football with a relentless chase. I love it. get into the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. That's caught. It's Williams. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. We're through one period, and these receivers are showing out big time. Take a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the second quarter. So first down here as they go back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Williams. Touchdown, Buffaloes! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll bring it out. It's Terry. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Bought a little time, lets it go. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Got a man, it's Jones. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. And the Tigers come to the line in the hurry up. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Got a man, it's Manning. Powers through the defender. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28-yard line as this offense tries to mount a drive.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Missouri really moving on offense, set up with another first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Terry. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the tight end. Caught in the backfield, it's Terry. Inside the 30. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion.
Deep shot for the end zone. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Wide open downfield. Smashes through the tackle. Touchdown Tigers. A great catch and run for 6.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Quarterback just flat. Missed it. Incomplete. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Off-play action. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Missouri trying to convert this 4th down. Tight end now in motion. On 4th down, going to the air. Throws for the tight end. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. What an unfortunate penalty there. They thought they'd converted the 4th down. Instead, they'll have to try it again. So Missouri will have to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Making side adjustments here. Lewis wants to pass. Fires complete on the crosser. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the 1st down. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. An explosive play takes them right outside the red zone, and they've got it 1st and 10. Finds his big tight end. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. The clock is not their friend. Got to get everybody to the line quickly. They'll try to get it in with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Wants to go up top. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Bucks! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And they get the extra point with a little bit of adventure off the left upright, but it's good. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. The short hands, it's Manning.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They'd given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
With the catch, it's Johnson. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's going to fire deep. He's got it inside the 30. Touchdown, Tigers. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the 1st half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Lewis to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man to the left. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the 1st half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
He uncorks one deep. He's got it. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
They were trying to hit the corner on that loss, but the defense refused to lose contain.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Colorado! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room, probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Jones. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Waning seconds of the 1st half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's looking deep. Makes the grab down the left side. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. There are penalties you sort of forget about and others that sort of stick with you for a while. You get a play like that wiped out, that one's going to linger. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Going deep. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. That penalty will back them up some more at the distance to the goal. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Buffaloes will boot it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Jones. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. Now they've got breathing room, got 6 all the way out to the 20. And the Tigers can really attack on this second and short. The give to the tailback. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. Missouri gets to the line quickly. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet. Right there, I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on 3rd down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's 3rd and long or 3rd and inches, you just have to go execute, and they do it.
The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Now the play fake. Pocket breaking down. That's caught. It's Manning. Breaks into the open. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with the first down.
Yeah, and that was tough on the DB, right? He's trying to cover the receiver on a drag route, running back over the middle of the field. You're trying to avoid all the linebackers, all the congestion. He just couldn't stay with them long enough, and as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
The toss to the right. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
The lost yardage leaves him with 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
That's caught. It's Terry. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter they come out and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what...
Oh my goodness, he's still moving. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Man, this tight end, he is like a receiver once he has the ball, isn't he? He's so elusive. He can make people miss. He's got some wiggle, and he's got some speed. This defense, they have their hands full trying to bring this guy down.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
Trying to switch my camera view. Then switch my camera view.
On the direct snap, it's Davis.
Fuck.
And he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
Then switch my camera view.
Well, they'd love to
Then switch my
sticks
camera
here
view.
and take a shot at it on first and goal. On third and long, he has to throw for it.
Oh shit.
And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
What do you do now if you're the offense, right? After that incomplete
Going for it,
fourth
bro.
down, but you've driven the entire field. At this point, do you just say, we got to go for a touchdown, or do you just pay the drive off by kicking a field goal?
What's going on over there?
On fourth down, they'll throw for it.
He drops it.
The football, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out.
That stings, man. You did a great
He
job.
drops it.
You got your guy open. Everything was executed perfectly. And the ball hits him in the hands, and he just keeps bringing it in. Man, those are tough. Those are tough to swallow.
Fires to the right. It's caught downfield. And that's a really difficult route to handle if you can get a big fella working the outside in the corner like that.
No doubt, because he runs upfield first and then makes a beeline towards the sideline. So whether it's man or zone, you can throw that football away from the defender and make some big plays.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
Lewis wants to pass. Here's the pressure. Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So we open the final period with a third down play. Off the play fake. Unloads it left. And the
Good shit, boy. Good shit. Good shit. Good shit.
Good deflection by the defense.
Good shit.
Well, the ball hasn't hit the ground very often for this guy in this game, right? He's even still, after that incompletion, over 80% throwing, which is key. Because last game, he was under 50% on his throws. He went back to work, worked on his fundamentals, and that's really showing up here.
Can't make
Good
the
stop, y'all.
connection, and the defense gets a fourth down stop.
Good stuff.
Man, that's a rough outcome. I
Stop,
get it.
boys.
I want to try to be aggressive, but backed up in your own territory, aggressive, and you fail. Now you've set the other team up for almost automatic points.
Motion from the back. Touch pass on the run. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Wants to go up top.
I I'll take that.
Zings it complete to the right. Couldn't
Get in there, man.
Not sure you could get
Come on,
much
come on.
closer,
You know
but
what?
it'll
You
be
know what?
first
You
and
know what?
goal.
You know what? You know what? You know what? You
Offensively,
know what?
they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one, and all of a sudden, this quarterback has now over 300 yards passing in the game. Defensively, David, he has got them.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Missouri! Looking for the tie with the extra point. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Rice. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get...
Going to take a shot at this DB. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
This ass shit ain't gonna keep working on me, bro.
And we'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. Power football with the run. Turning it on. Spins away from the defense. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
Right back to the well. And able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Yeah, we're not gonna do that.
The give to the back. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
The Tigers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. They'll throw it from the red zone. Snags it. Touchdown, Tigers. And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
And this offense punctuates another drive. And how about the momentum? Palmer, they've got it all. The offense, the defense, playing together. They're on fire right now.
Yeah, I'm really impressed, David, with the resilience of this offense, because not everything was going their way earlier in this game, but they kept their head down. They kept chopping wood. They found a rhythm. And in this fourth quarter, David, they've been unstoppable.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Lewis to throw. Under fire.
That's a bad job in pass protection. I almost give the quarterback some credit because I think he knew where he was on the field. He knew he was going to get sacked for his safety. He was doing everything he could to just go down at his own 1-yard line to avoid giving up the 2 points.
From his end zone, a lot of room to throw downfield. Got his man quickly. Oh, he's got some space.
That shit is ass, bro. Come on, bro.
Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's 4th down coming.
That shit ass, bro.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. He's got it. First down and more. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. He's taking a deep shot. Snags it at the 30.
Yo, what am I watching, bro?
A massive pickup on that one, and they're in business at the 21. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
And they trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. Might be calling a hot route. If they can get it into the end zone here, they can really turn up the heat in this one. 3rd and goal. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play. Trailing and getting deep in the game, they'll go for it here on 4th and goal. The play action fake. Unleashes to the end zone. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And that's a play the quarterback would love to have back. Late in the game, trailing by only 1 possession on 4th down, it looked like there was a window to put that football in, to get the catch, keep the drive going. The quarterback has an inaccurate pass. It falls incomplete, and that is probably going to do it.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. He's looking to pass. Got it behind the line. It's Jones. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
This is going to Miami. Listen.
On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. He's got it. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with